Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel every Sunday from the Spirit Chair. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Perhaps you were guided to this video. Perhaps someone referred this video. Perhaps someone shared it, and that's fantastic. And you know what? I never believe that things are coincidental, so I'm pretty positive that there are messages that are meant personally for you if you are here. And if you are a continuous subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate you subscribing. If you're not a subscriber yet, perhaps you'll think about subscribing. It has been great being here on YouTube. I've been hearing a lot of positive feedback from people. I know there's so many channels that, have messages and forecasts and information about twin flames and life coaching type of material, healing material, all that type of thing. But I'm so glad that you resonate with what I'm bringing. I really appreciate it, and everything that I bring is straight from my heart and soul. And it's really here. I'm here because I really want to support the collective. I really want to support people who are on very special journeys, spiritual journeys. And I'm just here being my authentic self, doing what I love to do, and also sharing my gifts, sharing my passions, sharing myself with the world. And it's not always easy to do that, but it's so gratifying in so many ways. So thank you so much and welcome. As I said, my name is Elizabeth. I am a divine channeler, a medium, a spirit extractor specialist, and I also happen to be a divine twin flame on the path to reunion. So although I do share messages every single week, these are going to be messages that are specifically for the month of September. Yes, we are in September, guys. Can you believe it? Wow. And I have to say, this is already the beginning of my happy time, because if anyone knows me, they know I am a fall fan. I am a Halloween fan. So September, the fall season, to me, it's just straight out of just Happyville. I am in the greatest mood you could ever imagine. It's the most wonderful time of the year for me during this season. And you'll see that as we go into October. Already had my pumpkin spice, got started on that. Started watching scary movies. Already been skipping down the aisles of stores that just started putting their Halloween decorations out. I got looks. Of course I did. I've already been pressing buttons of all these crazy Halloween decorations, some twisted things out there. Just because I'm a divine being does not mean that I don't enjoy Halloween. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yes, Paranormal Priestess, that's me. So I'm happy. I'm really happy. I love the whole entire fall vibe. For me in New York, I mean, we have the crisp feeling in the air that's already kind of started. I love when the pumpkins come out, all that. So exciting times, and the messages that I got for the month of September, of course, we're going into the Equinox. This is the season. September is a Virgo, and so we are going to be having a lot of energies of balance coming in, and my angels talked a lot about that, and a lot about wholeness, becoming whole within. So I'm going to be reading these messages. I don't always do this, but if you follow the channel, a lot of times I do, is that I'll get the messages, I'll get them channeled in this way, I'll read them, and if I feel like there's anything relevant that I want to share to add to this, I'll do that. If not, then I'll just read it through. Usually, though, I'll have some comments, or I'll want to add a couple of things here and there. How to contact me for services, I will leave that actually in the description, so you can find that. You can also find ways of connecting with me on social media on both Twitter and Facebook. And I'll let you know how you can book a reading with me, or if you're interested in a clear aura reading, you would go to my website. But I will leave that information at the end of the video. I'll talk a little bit more about that. So I want to get started with reading these messages for the month of September. And you may want to share these with other people if you feel like they can benefit. You might want to hit like if you want to return back to it. I usually recommend saving these messages and going back to it because there may be things in there that you missed previously. Sometimes you have to really listen to a message again, second time, maybe even a third time, or maybe even more than that. So that way you can gather different things from that, go deeper with the message. Maybe there's something that you missed in there. So that's just a recommendation for you. But let's get started here with these. The month of September brings the harvest of fruitful becoming. New beginnings, the rebirth energies of Virgo, the earthly manifesting of virtues and goals. Dear ones, it is now time to search within, to reflect upon and carry out your deepest goals and desires in order to make them a physical reality. There is nothing limiting you unless your ego mind believes this. What limitations to your desired reality are still there to acknowledge and to end for good, so that you may manifest that in which you most desire? For many, there are beliefs that are stored within the sacral chakra, the womb, and this area has been storing these many emotions and beliefs regarding self, and the emotions that have been stored there from the past are now wanting to be acknowledged fully, so that you are able to understand that the past does not have to define you unless you allow it to. Your capability and your potential is there when nothing is coming between you and your self-worth, self-love, and self-empowerment. We do encourage all to search out the past and family ties that may still be tinged with limiting thoughts and beliefs from the ages. By transforming these, you will begin to see your own light, your own gifts, your own greatest relationship with self, which will propel you forward in a momentum of great success in all endeavors chosen. Those who have worked very diligently on the self and have cleared much in their beliefs and emotions will find that their manifesting abilities are becoming heightened and are now coming to fruition much faster than ever before. So we say to you that you are capable to create all that you have desired when the past shadows are no longer blocking the truth of your own light. Lingering beliefs related to neglect and abandonment, as well as codependency and how they have played roles throughout your relationships and experiences, will be coming up in order to be released. And I have to say, many of the clients that I've been working with, the sacral chakra has been a main focus. We have a lot of the ancestral line clearing going on, a lot of the traumas from childhood, how upbringing has affected the self-worth, and how that's been playing a role. Yes, that's very, very true. Deeper emotions that have been buried within, also known as repressed emotions, okay, are coming up yourself and those who have divine counterparts known as twin flames. These deep-seated issues are being recognized in forms of dreams, triggers, and through soulmates or karmic partners who play vital roles with showing one their shortcomings to wholeness, so that they can learn very valuable lessons of self in order to move on and into energetic union within. It is the wholeness that the September equinox of balance shall bring in many extraordinary ways. And just one note, it's getting tingles all up on my left side of my head when I just read that passage. So let me know if anyone else got some tingles there. Just curious. I love hearing all you guys with your synchronicities, things that happen, the number synchronicities, and everything else. So just let me know. Leave it down below. The masculine and feminine, the light and shadow, the day and night, death and life, the above and below, the within and without. Beloveds, you have all been created with these complementary energies since you are a reflection of Source. Please understand there is no one that can complete this for you. I'm going to repeat that. Please understand there is no one that can complete this for you. It is for you to cultivate this inward balance and to consummate this alchemical marriage within. You each have your own divine feminine and divine masculine energies and do not require anyone to fill this void. It is the void perception that keeps you in separation. And this is in bold on here. It is the void perception that keeps you in separation. I know all the time for those who are twin flames, who identify with that dynamic, they've been going through a lot. There's always that question of, well, how do I end separation, and being upset about separation, and my twin is not communicating with me. It seems like they don't want anything to do with me. It seems like my twin's not really changing. It seems like they're stuck in their old toxic ways. How do I get out of separation? And to be quite honest, they are answering this really, really clearly. Okay, it is the void perception that keeps you in separation. It's the fact that you are not recognizing that you are already whole. You have the ability to be whole. It's not finding that completion within. It's understanding that separation does not exist as far as wholeness. That separation is an illusion, basically. It is now time to take this into 2020. Into the twin flame gateway, where you are to step into your union with your beloved, understanding that the beloved is but a direct reflection of the frequency that you carry. Very important here. Are you to carry lack, emptiness, and unfulfillment, beloveds? We assure you that this is the greatest illusion that humanity has ever created with the ego mind. Divine Source carries no such lack and unfulfillment. To carry the alchemical marriage within and to vibrate with wholeness is what so many of you have chosen to display in order to create a new template of relationship on earth. Not only will this create truth, but this wholeness will also collectively lift the earth as she travels further into the higher realms of unconditional love and peace. Your wholeness is necessary for all that is grand and fulfilling to be attracted to that same wholeness of fulfillment. The Equinox portal will strongly anchor balanced energies of wholeness within yourself and your complement in order to prepare you both for the return of this wholeness within the manifested reality. Embrace the balance. Find out what has been keeping you out of balance. The wheres and hows can be found within. We are also there to assist when requested. If you would like our assistance to guide you with what you have perceived as limited. The merging of the masculine and feminine energies within will be much deeper, and this depth will bring with it an emerging of energies that are out of balance. As both mirror complements bring their own feminine and masculine energies into balance, and they have come to the awareness that all of wholeness is available with the reuniting of Source and the beloved marriage within, then your seeking for more will be gone, beloveds. Your search for reunion with the divine would have been achieved, and thus this completion will attract more of that completion, as well as unlimited abundance in all ways. It is the greatest of illusions to believe in limitation and incompleteness. It is of the little ego mind that believes they must find a completion outside of inner union first. It cannot be found. All that you have looked for outside of yourself cannot be returned, and it would move further away due to the illusion of separation in which these beliefs create. So remember, it has to be created within. Wholeness, alchemical marriage, divine union. It is you as an individual that carries these united energies of Mother Goddess, Father God, and your divine counterpart, your beloved. This union must be achieved energetically within, and it's for you all to understand that you are one energetic unit, that everything that you achieve for yourself, you're assisting with shifting energy as well for your beloved. You impact them. Those of you who are awakened first, before your beloved, have more of an awareness. Understanding that when you achieve that wholeness, the completion within, and you're not seeking outside of yourself for anything to fill any void, because a void is an illusion. When you are carrying yourself with that vibration, with that frequency, it's always going to attract more of that same wholeness. And this is something that cannot be changed. You cannot find union outside of yourself first. Absolutely not. You can't try to get your twin, try to achieve union that way. It will never, ever happen. It is in the highest good to embrace all that you are this September and to focus on how you complete the work for your own self-mastery of wholeness. All of you who have decided upon this path are desiring to be ascended masters. So we're here to achieve self-mastery and to become ascended masters. Yes, beloveds. The goal of the alchemical union is to become ascended masters just as the Christ. A master does not seek outside of him or herself. Ascension is to rise above in the higher consciousness of truth and to leave all separation illusions behind, knowing that their presence alone is one divine union and unlimited possibilities. Okay, so I hope that came across well. So ascension is to rise above in the higher consciousness of truth, leave behind all separation illusions. Okay, that your presence, carrying your presence with the oneness of divine union, opens up unlimited possibilities. Just in case that didn't come out clear, this is channeled. Just wanted to make sure that was clarified. This power is grand and sovereign indeed, and is not needful of anything. This powerful vibration is an attractor in all ways. This vibration co-creates and co-manifests with the energies of Source and knows no lack. This is what has been chosen. Pain is of the veils of illusion. Truth is of the never-ending peace and love. Dear ones, this September we ask you to make it a point to gather in all you have learned. Harvest that in. Your harvest of not only of manifestations from the earth, but also of the knowledge of truth that you have come through many transformations in order to know. The knowledge that in order to be one with your divine counterpart, one must be one with their divine self, and the divine, which is a part of you and your counterpart. Living in 2020 will be living with freedom and completion, where all will come together in miraculous and magnificent orchestrations that reflect the frequency and vibration you will live by. Freedom is to live without restrictions and limitations of the small ego mind of illusion. To be truly free, you are living with union of the divine, pulsating and burning as an unstoppable light, an enormous activator and attractor for all that you have ever painfully worried over and have felt you would never be able to experience. Let September set you free. So a lot of strong messages there in September about the balance of the masculine and feminine energies, the deeper merging, the alchemical union, understanding that the union of we all have the divine feminine and masculine energies as they talked about, and we're bringing those into balance. We are understanding that separation actually does not exist, no matter what's going on in the physical, in the 3D world with your beloved, if you are a twin flame counterpart, knowing that separation is an absolute illusion, and that once that energy shifts and you shift it over to releasing the past, the traumas, the limitations, the false stories, the distortions, anything and everything that would speak of lack or limitation, once you are able to achieve your self-love and your empowerment, step into the fact that your wholeness is already there. It's there for you to step into. That's when you step into that, what they call the greater alignment. And when you're in that greater alignment and you're in that unity consciousness, when you're fully in it, your higher self is anchored into it, that's when you do not feel need to search outside of yourself for anything. So lots of things may fall away here, which is good. You will not be in that desperation mode for your beloved in the physical. You won't feel that need for them in the physical. Now that desire, it's not to say that the desire would not be there, but you don't recognize it any longer. You don't identify with it as a need. You know that no matter what, you are embodying that completion. It is your reuniting with Source and those reflections of Source. Understanding that everything flows from there, and you carrying that high frequency, that high vibration, that's what's going to attract the very best. That's when your manifesting will be its very best. And fall is going to be quite a time of manifesting. It really, really is. We are harvesting in everything that we have learned. It's very, very true. This has been quite a year. I mean, not that the other years have not been, they sure have, but this has, of course, been quite a year of learning. And I do believe that a lot of people out there are understanding more and more that they can't find fulfillment outside of themselves. They must first find it within. And in order to find it within, they have to address things that are out of balance. So, of course, balance. Balance is key here. And balance, of course, is the theme of the September equinox, where daytime and nighttime are equal. It's also the time of when the veils, of course, are thinnest, as I mentioned. And so it's going to be a lot easier to tap into intuition. It's going to be easier to perhaps seek guidance from the ancestors. So yes, we have family members on the other side that can also assist us with information. It's also just going to be easier in itself to be able to connect intuitively since the veils are thinning. It is certainly a time of reflection, and I really do view reflection as such a powerful time. Some people kind of get mistaken it for that they're stuck, but I always see it as a crossroads, and it's a pause, just a pause in action for us to gather more information, kind of that hermit mode, that hermit journey, more for us to let go of, be done with, clear from the past, and to be open to receive higher information and have that integrate so that way we go through that transformation process and then we'll be ready to move ahead, make different changes, change our lives. I've been getting a lot of 55 major changes. I've been getting a lot of synchronicities, period. So lots of things are moving, and I really do hope that these messages have served you. I really am getting really excited about what I've been feeling within myself. There's been a lot of healing aspects, bringing back aspects. It's true, some of the deep-seated things. Now, this is important. I mentioned this before on another video, but there's something called retracing. And what's important to know about that is that we'll be going through different types of issues, past traumas, trapped memories, etc. And there are layers of things that we're peeling away. And as we go deeper into our merging in all ways, merging with ourselves, merging with the divine, merging with our beloved, merging with our own masculine, feminine edge, all of that, the whole merging process. As we go deeper within with that, other layers that are really deep down, repressed, all those things that were not there before for us to acknowledge, they do come up. So pay attention. Okay, for those of you who are watching this in real time, we're still in the new moon, super new moon energies from August 30th. And there have been triggers for people. I know I went through a couple of major triggers. And it's really important to pay attention to those triggers, pay attention to what they bring out of you, pay attention especially to the fears that they bring out of you. Really, really important. If something happens in the 3D that triggers you into thinking that somehow you have lost something, lost someone, whatever the case may be, if the trigger triggers something for you from your own past, from your own belief system, if people from your past returned, came back in, made another appearance for you. If there's karmic, a third-party situation going on with your beloved, that type of thing, the thing to realize is that instead of getting caught in the trap of illusion there, if we can take that elevated view and surf above it, realize that those triggers are there for you to go ahead and look at that mirror. Understand that those things are for you to learn about what's still there for you to clear for yourself. This is a self-mastery journey. So pay close attention and realize that the triggers that come up, this is all about you. It's not about trying to control anyone else, change anyone's contracts, anything like that. But to realize that if we're talking about manifested union or physical union with a beloved, we're talking about that unity within, of course, must happen. But it's for you to realize that if you are getting triggers from whatever's happening in the outside, that there's still more healing for you. And that's not a bad thing. Divine timing will kick in. Divine orchestration will kick in. Third parties will come and go. Karmics, all that type of thing. Those people who are serving lessons, they're serving growth, who are there for the time being, they are, and for many times they are stepping stones to being able to step in further into the twin flame journey. Realize that those soulmates and those karmic partners are there to serve lessons. They are. For anyone who is not speaking about that or doesn't believe that, you have to go with what you resonate. But from what I've channeled, yes, everyone who we meet, they do serve a purpose of growth. They do. Okay? Yes, it's very important to claim your union. Of course it is. Claim your beloved, of course. But if there are triggers, if there are karmic situations, if there are third parties, please realize that work is there for you. It's for you to understand what you still have left to heal. Or you would not have a karmic. They would not have a karmic. You would be past the soulmate. They would be past the soulmate. So it's not about a contest. It's not about trying to force things ahead. But to be able to recognize what those lessons are, be able to recognize what still has not been healed within you. So, and to give blessings for all of those situations, blessings for all those lessons, and blessings to all of those people who have played a part, including the third parties, including the karmics and the soulmates. They all bring their gifts. So I wanted to mention that to anyone who's had triggers that came up with new moon. That it's important to realize that and to see the value, see the blessings and all of that. So lots to think about for fall. Really a great time to be able to manifest your dreams, your goals. What do you want for yourself? What would you like to achieve? What's going to make you feel happy? What's going to make you feel satisfied? What have you put on the back burner for a very long time that you've always wanted to do but felt like you didn't have the time to do, the resources to do, the passion to do, whatever it is? Is it time to write that book? Is it time to play that instrument? Is it time to start that business? What is it for you? Is it time to find a new apartment, a new home? It could be anything. It could be anything. Whatever your goals and your wishes are, your dreams, it's going to be a really great time to work with that Virgo energy, that earth energy. And that Virgo energy is going to assist you with being able to focus in on what it is that you wish to achieve. It's going to help a great deal with understanding just how important it is to achieve wholeness, to achieve that fulfillment within, and that nobody can give that to you except yourself. So I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for joining me for these messages. If you would like to leave any comments, you can do that. To reach me, if anyone is guided for a service, best way to do that definitely is to contact me on my website, theparanormalpriestess.com. The only way to request a reading, or if you do have a paranormal situation And that's something that I'm taking in stages because of the portals that are going on, because of the ascension symptoms. Bear with me with that. But I'm also guided, to assist, when I'm guided to assist with the paranormal situation. So I have to scan and take a look at everything. But my service page, that's the best way to contact me. If you are interested in a reading, I'm going to check in with my team, see if we're able to work together for a vibrational match. I will do the same too if there is a paranormal situation, an inquiry that you have. But all inquiries are to be sent to my email through my contact page on the Paranormal Priestess. I offer a half an hour reading. I also offer an hour reading. For those who are brand new clients, I always recommend, if possible, an hour reading. And the reason being is that there's a lot of information that comes out, especially for someone who's new. Usually, I would say for 30-minute readings, more so of a follow-up if I've read for you before. But if you are brand new, it is definitely a worthwhile investment to do the hour if possible. That's what I recommend. If the readings themselves, where extraction work is recommended there by Archangel Michael, I'll have to scan, look into things for you. I usually will provide you with very specific prayers that will help you in your situation. And we can, get preparation going for that. A lot of times I cannot just step in, so we'll get preparation going with certain prayer requests that are going to help you first for that. ParanormalPriestess.com. You can also connect with me on social media. I'm on Twitter at ParaPriestessYT for the channel. I also have my own personal one at Para_Priestess. And you can find me on Facebook, my Facebook page, The Paranormal Priestess. So I'm going to leave that all in the description for you. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings, everyone. And I'll see you next Sunday. Take care, everyone. Love you. Bye-bye.